because I just came here on very randomly. But regardless of this marvelous, beautiful beach around me and all of this amazing coconut trees everywhere, we're going to talk about something different today. Today's topic is going to be salt and salt addiction. So we are going to get down into this topic and we're going to see which salt is the best salt, and if salt really is a very important mineral or nutrient to our body. So stay tuned. Let's get down to it. So first thing is first, there are different types of salts. But what is the most common to this salt is that they're all being manufactured and they all have a huge quantity rate, like concentration of sodium in them, which actually takes the body out of balance. So yeah, I wanted to show you, this is the origin of sea salt for an example. And what's really intuitive to most people is that when we see the ocean, we just want to go and swim. We don't ever think about, oh, I need to have water from the ocean in order to balance my nutrient, or the salty water is so tasty. Because what happens, I know with me, when I accidentally have salty water in my mouth, is usually just spit it out. And yeah. So my instinct is usually to not eat the salt because my body doesn't really need it. But then you must probably ask, well, what is salt? So salt is basically a condensed mineral. It's usually being made in a very unnatural ways. Or the other type of salt that most of you think that is very healthy for you and is really necessary for human health is the Himalayan pink salt. And the reason for that being is just because of, I will tell you, and I have to be honest with you, the only reason why you think something is healthy is because it's been marketed as healthy, but not because it's really necessary and natural to your body to actually be able to handle with this kind of substance. So the Himalayan pink salt is basically a rock, a very salty rock. Then also when I see this rock, I don't think that it's my food. I think that that's a really beautiful rock and that's really cool, but I would never think about go out to the rock and licking the rock. Therefore, I know that this is not my food. But we are here to talk about then why are we so addicted to salt? And the reason for that being is that because we've been grown up and we've been eating all this cooked food and adulterated food, that this is how our parents used to cook, and we find some consolation in its flavor. Most of the time it's because we don't eat enough. We don't eat enough of leafy green veggies and fresh fruits, sweet fruits, sour fruits, whatever you choose, and therefore sometimes we're lacking sleep, sometimes we're lacking vitamin D, which most of the population in the world do lack it because they're not exposing themselves to the sun, because they get sunburn because of their very dehydrated body from all the salty and cooked foods and high fat foods and high protein foods that we eat. So why is salt so addictive and why do we like it so much? So I already kind of answered this question, but also the point is that it just sometimes our body really is trying to clear out the salt and all of the toxins out of the system. So also when we have a craving for some type of food, then most of the time it's just our body trying to clean it out. So when it goes back from your cells to your bloodstream, then what happens is that you will crave this food, especially if you ate it very recently or it just came out of your system. So everyone's detox progress is a bit different, and it's very, very important to learn how to recognize. For me, whenever I want something salty, what really, really helps me to deal with it is just to make myself a salad with maybe some green leafy, vegetables, or to have like a tomato and maybe beraloo, where I'm gonna do a video about this fruit as well, which is a Sri Lankan olive. It's super, super great. Or we do, yeah, whatever is your choice, but the less choice I will have is just to put salt in my body. And the reason for that is that salt is mucus forming. If you haven't read the book already by Arnold Ehret, then you should just go and check this out. It's called The Mucusless Diet Healing System, and it really talks about what causes more mucus in your diet and how to transform from a regular standard American diet to a mucusless diet. And it doesn't even have to be a raw diet. So yeah, go check this book out. It's like a freaking treasure. Then let's get down to people ask me if I consume salt. If I make salads for myself, I do not consume salt in any type of way. If I do feel like I'm missing salt, usually I'll just go and drink some coconut or make myself a salad and everything I've said earlier on. And yeah, so what is really happening in our body when we consume salt? So we're also going to get down to it. Also, by the way, I wanted to share with you the most phenomenon. I think that he has so much knowledge and he really simplifies this subject. So I think you should go check this video out by Free Melon Society about salt and how it acts in your body. But I want to explain it to you as well, so let's get down to this as well. And yeah. So salt, basically what it does in your body, because it's a substance that does not exist in whole food, it doesn't come in its all form, and it doesn't give you any energy to your body, then it actually dehydrates your body, and it creates an imbalance of sodium and potassium and all of the other essential minerals that you have in fruits and raw vegetables inside of your body. And therefore you're going to feel very, very thirsty after this. Therefore, when you go inside of the ocean, yes, when you're going to be a long, long time and then you're going to come out of the ocean, what is going to happen is basically your skin is going to be very, very dry and you'll be more prone to get your sunburn. This is why most people are going to see very, very white skin, even if they are tan. They're going to see a very, very white skin on their hands, on their legs, and they are really, really prone to getting the sunburns because their body is very, very dehydrated. Because most people just don't eat enough fruits. They don't eat enough of raw fruits, and therefore their body is not hydrated. Mineral water are not hydrating. They're just there in order to help you wash your system, right? If you eat a lot of crap, you will need to get some water. And this is the reason why you always get thirsty after eating cooked food, after eating high fat, and after eating salt, because your body is just lacking minerals. And the reason for that is because when your body is trying to protect itself, then it's starting to create this mucus around the thing that it doesn't know, does not recognize or knows and recognizes an intruder. So basically the reaction of the body will be like in a war. So what is going to happen in this war is basically all of your soldiers that are known as the white blood cells. So your body is going to create white blood cells which just dry the mucus. It's going to create this mucus to be around the pathogen in order to take the pathogen to slide it out of your body. Also, the reason how you can know how something is going to do inside of your body is what it's causing to other flesh and what it's causing to other types of foods. Like, let's say if you want to like make, let's say want to make like dehydrated tomatoes and you don't have a dehydrator and you don't have the sun, what most people are using as a preservative in order to elongate the lifespan of the product, the shelf life of the product, is to use salt as a preservative. As well, sometimes they use oils and stuff, but we're talking about salt. And yeah, as I said, you can also check out the Freeman Society video about salt as well, and I give a link down in the description down below as well. And as well, you can see what happens a while. Let's say if you're going to make a salad and you're going to put like salt on your salad, and then you can put it for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then what will happen is that the liquids, all the juices from the fresh vegetables and fresh fruits like tomatoes and cucumber are going to linger out of the cells of the same thing, and this is exactly what is happening. So your body is dehydrating, and therefore this is the reason why it's holding water inside of it. So I wouldn't really recommend you to use salt in your food, but if you do, then try and minimize the consumption of salt, because no salt is really healthier than the other. They're both really high in sodium, which is really dehydrating your body and really mucus forming, which is the cause of, I think 99% of disease comes from formed mucus that has been sitting inside of your body. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope it was informative, and I hope that you guys have learned from it. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a comment down below. Tell me what is your opinion with salt and how are you handling with the salty food, and I'll see you on the next one.